Hello, everybody who's here. Good. Yeah, I guess there's two of you watching right now. There's a little delay right now. Hello, Misty, Ling, Amanda. Okay, thanks. It looks like there's a little delay. Two of you watching. Um, are you guys having a leg problem? Yeah, I guess it is. Okay, okay, Sling, let's check. Okay, it looked like something was trying to update on my computer right now. Yeah. um, what I'm going to do for my channel is that I'll be number one. I would be doing cover topics in media like books, poems, plays, TV shows, movies, and games from boards, video, and computers on myths, folklore, paranormal, things like that, and how the myths, folklore, legends, paranormal influences in the are in our entertainment to this day. Then I have other categories like cover entertainments like music, comedy, countdowns, reviews, interviews, which is include interview reviews of YouTube channels and all that. I'll try to do some interviews, sports blogging, vlogs, book reviews, port to have like sessions of on like a poetry night, reading poetry and short stories, to do reviews on computer games and videos. So little topics here and there on everyday issues of life issues and all that. Gonna have panels on talk about topics, let's say like movies or books and all that. Do projects of collaborations with other YouTube creators to create big videos like how the books like J.R.R. J.R.R. Tolkien and how some of the legends and folklores and paranormal stuff that influenced the fantasy and all that. I'm having new logos and designs for the background for the sounds being made right now. And the good news is I'm getting close to 100 subscribers. That's a milestone right away for me. Hi, Uncle Paul. Well, that's that's the topic. So, any questions? Good. I was not, I was looking at something like topics would be good idea doing. Have you heard of the movie Pumpkinhead? The design of the monster demon monster from that movie, it looks like pattern and pattern to after the creature in folklore and in mythology. Yeah, that's thing. It looks like a. It looks like one of the cryptid that looks designed after the melon heads. You heard of the tale of the melon heads? The heads of the melon heads and pumpkin head look very similar to each other. But also, uh, it also looked like it's also a combination of different tales from the paranormal world, cryptids. Yeah, yes, Ling. That that's the tale of the melon heads. But I also looked at the Pumpkinhead. It's also based on a poem too, and the Pumpkinhead is poem. I guess is based on folklore that's been passed around, and it like all these lores of these different type of. Hi, Matt. The that for the tale of the poem of the Pumpkinhead is that it looks like it's a um, different tales spliced together because the pumpkin had elements of the different types of folklore mixed into it. Hey, Nubs. So it had the metalheads, then you have the um the metalheads, a story of a witch who had a demonic sound and other elements of the different tales in the United States. So with stuff like that, I would be covering things like that and how thanks, Nah. It's you could say I could be do that and talk about dragons and all these different movies and games and all that, and go further into details in these videos. With collaboration, I could do longer videos with Nubs and Matt and anybody who's interested in creating videos on this topic. Thanks, Matt. It's it's pretty it's going to be pretty good and could be very educational too. Thanks. You know, I also will be covering Star Wars. George Lucas took ideals and elements from our folklore and all that to create Star Wars. Yeah, thanks. But we'll do like Star Wars and or Indiana Jones and things like that we could cover because everything that you have books, movies, plays, poetry, movies and TV shows and games of all types took elements of all all the all the folklores, legends, you name it, and put it into a fictional story. The idea about the myths, folklores, paranormal stuff like that. Thanks, Paul. We could cover everything from Beowulf all the way up to George R. R. Martin in the stories, and then we could also do like the movies aspects of these things and everything. Yeah, yeah, there's also lots of these fantasy stories and all that had to do with pagans, druids, you name it. Like, we could do Merlin and Highflower. We could do yeah, it's based on Greek mythology, Clee. Some of the good fantasy movies like Excalibur and Merlin, all that is good. Yeah, on the l legend of Greek mythology is also Roman mythology, which is same gods and goddesses and stories and all that, but with different names for them. It's other ancient stuff like Norse mythology, legends, and Egypt and Arabs. Like we could do stuff on the jinn and Thief of Baghdad and all that, which include Aladdin to India and the Buddhist tradition. Oh, yeah, there's a Egyptian god called Isis. The reason why I have sub minor topics is trying to keep my channel new and fresh for everybody. Because if I do only one thing on one topic, it would become stale and people will stop watching videos. So to me, it's yeah, we could look at that. Did you know there's a superhero that was created in the 70s named after ISIS? I think it's called the Wonders of ISIS or something like that. That's true, Misty. Yeah, it was a kids show back in the 70s. It was part of the hour with Shazam. True, Matt. True. Yeah, I'm doing it for all my interests that I like. People doesn't know that I also do uh, my own top 100 countdown of my favorite songs. Ah, thanks, Paul. This some of my spirit protectors stepping in front of my camera. That was weird. Now, what was I'm in saying? Yeah, yeah. It's going to be a lot of topics that center around my favorite topics on science fiction, fantasy, horror, westerns. Oh, excuse me. You know, westerns, cool, Misty. Westerns like cowboys, Indians, all have their legends too. From heroes to outlaws and to leaders like Sid and Boo, Geronimo, you name it. So different time periods have these thanks, Matt. It's going to be pretty much a lot of tidbits. We could go over like Paul Bunyan. Ah, we could go over like Paul Bunyan and stories like The Mummy, Dracula, Frankenstein. You you name it. Cover Native American tradition and stories like the Texters and Hey, Peppermint Patty. Thank you, Paul. That's what I'm trying to do, make the channel with lots of different topics to make it interesting for everybody. So, what other things you're looking at is is like songs. Do you know? Have you heard of Cotton Eye Joe? It the song based on Southern folklore. It, and it did was made into a song. The first recording of this song was in the 1920s. But what made it more famous was in the 90s when Rednecks did a cover of that same song. And it did pretty good. It crossed over not just here in the pop music, but it went into the country, played on country radio. Because as it is today, rednecks would be considered traditional country than than some that artists today. So that song was based on a folklore, on a tale. So that's what I'm going to be covering on that, on the songs like that. Another song that will be talk, talked about is the song by Peter, Paul, and Mary. You know what song that is about? I'm talking about Puff the Magic Dragon. I know I can't sing or beans, so thanks, Paul. It, it's gonna be. I could cover songs like that, and yeah, they made a cartoon out of the dragon too. Do you remember that cartoon? It it was pretty good when I watched it as a kid. I remember that song or in cartoon. And, other things that I you mean Pete's Dragon Sling? I watched that movie as a kid. It starred Helen Reddy, rest her soul. Both Elliot and Puff are are friendly dragons. The Spitfire, the dragon that I created for my book, it's yeah, my Spitfire the dragon is inspiration of Puff the Magic Dragon and Elliot from Peach Dragon. My Spitfire the dragon is a character that I wrote in a story that I made. I wanted to do a story about called the Dragon School, which would be a young child of Spitfire and this bully and the bully like fire sprayer. And want to see if I could find somebody who might do drawings in that and make it into a cartoon for kids. And then another thing that I think I would do is everybody lurks snubs, everybody lurks. I also would like to do parodies. Once we get everybody locked down on that, I think I may get PLE and the Sate together and do kind of like a parody movie of Jason versus Michael Myers, Jason from Friday the 13th. Those two would make a perfect Jason Voorhees versus Michael Myers in the battle of TV or movie monsters, killers, you could call it. What do you think about that? Making parodies like that? Thank you, Misty. Yeah, some of these parody stuff and that will be further down in the future. I would also think of getting some of the YouTubers together who like cryptids, come together and do a do collab of trying to find these cryptids like the Bigfoot or skunk ape or chupacabra, things like that. Like I could give them a mission to find the cryptids along the way. I always wanted to do something like create a so where we find cryptids and put them in the zoo, call them mythological zoo. And yeah, I'm surprised Missy and Eddie's not here. Eddie said he would come come to this live chat. Yeah, it's it's going to be pretty pretty good. I'm back. One of the one of the cats unplugged my internet connection again. I have 6 cats, so now where was I? Thank you, Amanda. Yeah, I'm here. Cool, Misty. Hi, Princess. Yeah, one of the one of our cats is pregnant again, so we're gonna have more coming soon. Now, where was I? Yeah, I was talking about the dragons and all that because yeah, we could also explore into the legends and folklores of real people like Vlad the Impaler. Some of the legends and tales of him were used to make book for Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula, and Stoker also wrote I believe, the Mummy as well. Another, we also look at um, tales outlaws like Jesse James, Billy the Kid, Davy Crockett, Daniel Boone, you name it. Yeah, yeah. Some of these books usually based on true stories or tales of true historical people and all that. Almost like some that Shakespeare's plays. He put some supernatural elements in the plays. Um, I think that covers almost everything that I'm going to do. Which, Macbeth and The Tempest are some of the ones that delve deep into mythical lords and legends and all that. Also, Hamlet too, that had ghosts and demons and elves, and many the Tempests have some of the creatures that cryptids that you find in Greek mythology. And sometimes it's local legends like fairies and all that. Okay, Amanda. Hey, Sape, how you doing? Yeah, Shakespeare was kind of born, except for the part in Macbeth with the witches and all that, was interesting. Let me see what else. Yeah, on music, I will cover a lot of independent artists who are not in the mainstream in music. The For my top 100 country song last week, the number one song went to Chapel Hart, called Jesus and Alcohol. They're an unsigned trio of African American ladies who could sing traditional country. And that's what something that I would delve into about how radio today is not the same as it is in the past. So that's my little side topic there. So yeah, say I was talking about you earlier, trying to get you in past life explore together to do a parody of the two movie monsters, Jason Voorhees versus Michael Myers. You both wear masks. If you're still in here, say Anything else? Yeah. Yeah, Amanda. So I may do another live. I may do another live stream soon because I'm almost at 100 followers now on YouTube. And this past week, I almost doubled the people who follow me. So I thank you all for following and liking my videos. uh, Amanda, did my did that dragon look good on the banner, or does it need fixing? I was testing the dragon that you show me on the top banner of my channel. Don't know, probably next week, Sling. But it didn't look right. Okay, Amanda, I'll message you. Now, let me see. I think that's all the topics I was going to do. I'm going to do maybe some you may not be interested in, but news about University of Hartford might be dropping out of Division One NCAA to Division Three. Goosling. It might be. I'm trying not to put it on the same time as other people. As it is, it looks like other people are live right now. Yeah, Frankie just went live now. Cranky Frankie went live right now with his debut video. So I'll try and work around so it's not on stepping on other people's toes. I know I won't be doing it next Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday because of Uncle Paul and Nub's cryptid ones, cryptid Saturday nights. So I guess that would be the end. What so I'm going. Yeah, it's kind of hard. Yeah, yeah. There's lots of people said they'll be here to my first live and didn't show up. Like Ruthie, she's in the UK. Eddie said he would be here and didn't came. Yeah, I am Mora. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Link. Remember, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button. Now, next thing I have to do is figure out how to make people moderators on here. We have all these trolls running around. Okay, Amanda. Let me see. Amanda, you're mod. Sling is a mod. Paul is a mod. Mod. Um, Nubs is a mod now. Matt is a mod. I added 60 flower salad as a mod. Yeah, I've been roasting the trolls as I see them in other. Yeah. If you guys seen Melinda Reed, She's been causing problems. I caught her over at Angry Cajun TV blabbing us small channels out like me, Peppermint Patty, Vinny, and all that, telling said in his live stream that we can't complete sentences and all that. And he used the R word and army. That is not right. Yeah. My speech and hearing problems, that's not a word that you use to people with thanks, Amara. I will, but it didn't take long that him and his cheerleaders started attacking others and smaller YouTubers like that. So, and I made a video why it is wrong to use that word, and it's not justified. If any of them starts coming in here attacking people in this community, me or the South Cax or anybody like that, they're out. I don't want that drama here. There's always too much drama on YouTube as it is. Yes, Sling. I want my channel to be drama free. I already banned one person already, and that's James Dawson. Yeah, yeah. It's people who have agenda against certain groups of people. Angry Christian, it have to do with Omar Goss TV and attacking anybody who's connected with Omar. And what happened to you, Paul, is somebody who hates Benny and Princess. Yeah. None of that stuff should be in here. Yes, Amara. I want peace, love, and happiness, not hateful stuff. I do feel proud of who I am and all the friends that I made in this community, like you, Sling, Paul, Matt, Nubs, everybody. You guys made me feel wanted that I never felt in all my life. It's called true friends. Yeah. Anything else? I know there's other people going live in half an hour. So, yes, Paul, family, Racky Ridge, Grinch, the South Cats, the Sape, Rooks the Bunk, you name it. They're all family to me. True Sling. It makes us the better people. Oh, I like all kind of music, mostly 80s and all that country. Thanks, Matt and Misty. Yeah. Hi, Freaky. Yeah, back to the music. Well, I kind of like the independent scene these days. I like Coulter Roll, um, Orville Peck, Cody Jinks, Noah Cyrus is pretty good, even though she's labeled in the wrong category. I think she shows some true traditional country than what's playing on country radio today. I also like Imagine Dragons, Florence and the Machine. Yeah, same with Dead South Amara Rich. Coulter Roll did a collab with one of the Dead South Paul Berland Lawn or something like that. Coulter Roll sings songs like Gene Autry sang. That's really old school country. Yeah, they're the only mainstream bluegrass act right now that did get played on some radio is Dixie Six. They're more like a progressive bluegrass. I like the Cleverleys and Steven Seagulls. Steven Seagulls is a bluegrass. Bluegrass came out of started out in Kentucky. If you want to see, yeah, I like Kenny Rogers, Rest of Soul. Um, what I was saying, Steven Seagal did a cover of AC/DC's Thunderstruck. and that's bluegrass. The Cleverleys did a version of did a cover of Beck's "Loser." Now, as it is, bluegrass is also considered country. Now, bluegrass don't have a home because Nashville execs turned country radio into more of a pop than country. There's some traditional 66, CHICK. Yeah, Alison Krauss is good. She's releasing a new album soon. There's an independent one, well, bluegrass woman called Elisa Nugent. Uh, her song is latest single is "They Don't Make Them Like Daddy Anymore." It's a blue. She's a bluegrass artist that's trying to get her music on country radio. The song is about her late father. Have you ever heard of Andrew Ferris? Yeah, he was a former member of NXS. He just released his debut solo album last year as country. And his music sounds more like outlaw country. Outlaw outlaw country was Raylan Jennings, Merle Haggard, Chris Christopherson, Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson. You can't believe rockers like that would do country. And sound more country. He's doing real in Australia, just like Darius Rucker's doing real here in the States. I'll be talking a lot on these independent artists that are not signed to major labels. Yeah, AC/DC has new music out, Paul. Of course, they have new members for AC/DC. I could also break down and the definition of each subgenres of country. Of course, I can't. No, Misty. Axl Rose is the lead singer of Guns N' Roses. Slash is still alive. Sling. Oh, Sling, he's still alive. It's members of AC/DC that died. Princess, you are now a mod. I had a classmate. I had a classmate in high school was in the band called Chainsaw Kittens. He was the drummer until he passed away a day after Tom Petty died. Their biggest hit was Pop Harris Dies. Have anybody seen that movie Empire Records? One of the characters in that movie loved to wear a T-shirt of the Chainsaw Kittens. Yeah, bless his soul, Misty. Although he had a had some country hits, you know, he did a duet with a female country artist. I think back in the '80s. Cool, Sling. On in my profile picture, there's a It's from my high school reunion. The guy next to me is Jason. Okay, see you, Amanda. Jason Dare. He write, produce, and sing country music. He wrote and produced songs for Sea Daisy, Marie Osmond, Little Big Town, to name a few. His biggest hit was he remixed Trace Atkins' songs Honky Tonk Donk Donk. I know that song probably put Sling Blade into the gutter. Another one pictures I had at my high school reunion is with Denise Masters Jones. She's the lead singer of Point of Grace. Well, Ricky, if you have people that became famous in their class, don't you want to go to a reunion and have pictures taken with them? Koosling. I have another one that's named Craig. He's an actor and writer and all that. He wrote screenplays to Employee of the Month with Dane Cook and Jessica Simpson, and he wrote the screenplay to Ride Along. I felt the same way too, Freaky. Yeah, the people I went to school in high school were different people than I went to middle school and all that because I moved around a lot. When I graduated in Norman, because when I was in elementary and middle school, I was picked on, bullied, and all that. So, but when I got to high school, but when I went to high school, they weren't mean or picked on me because I moved from another state. Then, yes, I still had some. Yeah, freaky. I will cover Stephen King too. I didn't have prom either sling. So what I'm saying is that when I got to high school, I still had some people bully, but I made a lot of friends. And when I went to the 2007 reunion, one of the kids that bullied me in high school came up to me and said he was sorry for bullying me and he was teaching his kids not to bully other kids. And that's good news if because I always see good in people, no matter how bad they do. Sometimes when I see good in people, it kind of hurt me because their bad side tend to come out and hurt me or others. There's lots of that going on YouTube and social media right now. I will not let anybody come into my live streams or on my channels and start bullying people. They're gone. Yeah, I guess it depends where you went to school too. You get bad experiences and you get good experience. I wish everybody had the good experience. And bullying in school or online needs to stop, period. I know it will not stop like we all wish it would. Yeah, bullies pick on the weak until they stop when everybody joins together and stand up to them. Then they back down. But then you get people online being misled by the biggest bully ever that they're fans of. People get misguided and blind to see the true things what that main head bully does, and they wind up turning into bullies themselves. I don't think a lot of people understand or know that they are bullying people themselves. Calling people names is not right. Yeah. Well, first live stream went 2 hours long. Yep. Yep. The world needs all the love. Well, I have to say thank you for everyone who showed up as I'm going in. Thank you, Sling and Misty. Thank you, Paul. Well, I want to thank you and say good night to everybody who came and support me. Uh, Good night, and I'll probably have another one probably next week. Don't know when. I have to schedule it up and probably do a research on the topic. Yeah. Night, everybody. See you the next time.